Yakuza 0. Next up, let's talk about Yakuza 0. This game is a wild mix of serious crime drama and crazy, fun activities. It's set in Japan during the 1980s, and you play as two different characters, Kazuma Kiryu and Goro Majima. The main story is very intense. Kiryu and Majima get involved in a big fight between powerful gangs. They have to find out who's behind a huge conspiracy and fight to survive. The story is full of twists and turns, keeping you hooked from start to finish. But Yakuza 0 isn't all serious. When you're not fighting bad guys, you can explore the city and do all sorts of fun things. There are karaoke bars, dance clubs, arcades, and even weird side quests. These activities are super fun and add a lot of variety to the game. The combat in Yakuza 0 is exciting too. You can switch between different fighting styles to beat up enemies. The fights are action-packed and satisfying, especially when you pull off cool moves. The game also looks great with detailed city streets and colorful characters. The voice acting is top-notch, bringing the story and characters to life. Yakuza 0 is a game that gives you a bit of everything: a gripping story, fun activities, and exciting combat. You'll never regret buying this game because there's always something interesting to do. If you love action, drama, and a bit of craziness, Yakuza 0 is a perfect choice. A Plague Tale Requiem. Now, let's talk about Plague Tale Requiem. This game is an emotional and gripping adventure. You play as Amisha and her little brother Hugo, trying to survive in a world full of danger and plague. The story is really powerful. Misha and Hugo are looking for a safe place to live, but they face many challenges. Hugo has a special power, and they have to find a way to control it while avoiding enemies and swarms of rats. The bond between the siblings is the heart of the story, and you really care about what happens to them.
What's happening to me, Lucas? I feel my mind going.
The game looks amazing with beautiful and detailed environments. You travel through villages, forests, and ruins, each place filled with atmosphere and danger. The graphics make you feel like you're really there with Amisha and Hugo. The gameplay is all about sneaking around and solving puzzles. You have to be smart and use the environment to your advantage. Sometimes you'll need to distract guards, other times you'll need to find a safe path through rat-infested areas. Plague Tale Requiem also has moments of intense action and suspense. The mix of quiet, tense moments and dramatic escapes keeps the game exciting from start to finish. This game is a journey you won't forget. The story, the characters, and the beautiful yet dangerous world make it a game you'll never regret buying. If you enjoy deep, emotional stories with a touch of adventure, Plague Tale Requiem is a must-play. Hogwarts Legacy. Alright, let's dive into Hogwarts Legacy. This game is a dream come true for Harry Potter fans. You get to explore the magical world of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry as a student, and it's set in the 1800s, long before Harry Potter's time. You start by creating your own character and getting sorted into one of the 4 Hogwarts houses. The story revolves around your character discovering ancient magic and uncovering hidden secrets about the wizarding world. Along the way, you attend classes, learn spells, brew potions, and make friends and enemies. The game does an amazing job of bringing Hogwarts to life. The castle is huge and full of hidden passages, magical creatures, and detailed rooms. You can explore famous places like the Great Hall, the Forbidden Forest, and Hogsmeade Village. The attention to detail makes the world feel real and immersive. The gameplay is a mix of adventure, magic, and exploration. You'll face challenges that require you to use your spells, creatively solve puzzles, and battle dark creatures. The combat system is fun and lets you use a variety of spells to defeat enemies. One of the best parts is the sense of being a student at Hogwarts. You attend classes like Defense Against the Dark Arts and Herbology, where you learn new skills and spells. These lessons are interactive and help you feel like you're really part of the wizarding world. Hogwarts Legacy also has a great story with interesting characters and choices that affect how the game unfolds. Your decisions can lead to different outcomes, making each playthrough unique. If you've ever wanted to live out your own magical adventure at Hogwarts, this game is perfect for you. Hogwarts Legacy offers a rich and immersive experience that captures the magic of the Harry Potter universe. It's a game you'll never regret buying, whether you're a longtime fan or new to the wizarding world. Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Alright, let's talk about Star Wars Jedi Survivor. This game is a must-play for any Star Wars fan. You step into the shoes of Cal Kestis, a Jedi trying to survive after the fall of the Jedi Order. The story picks up where the last game left off. Cal is on the run from the Empire, and he's searching for a safe place for himself and his friends. The narrative is filled with thrilling moments, unexpected twists, and deep character development. You really get to see Cal grow and struggle with his responsibilities as a Jedi. The game looks absolutely stunning. The worlds you visit are beautifully designed with lots of detail and atmosphere. Each planet has its own unique look and feel, from lush forests to barren deserts. The graphics make you feel like you're really in the Star Wars universe. The gameplay is a mix of exploration, puzzle solving, and combat. The lightsaber battles are intense and satisfying, with lots of moves and abilities to master. You also use the Force in creative ways to overcome obstacles and defeat enemies. Exploring the different planets is a big part of the fun, as you uncover secrets and find hidden treasures. One of the highlights of Jedi Survivor is its story. The game does a great job of making you care about the characters and their journey. There are emotional moments, big battles, and plenty of Star Wars lore to enjoy. The voice acting and cutscenes are top-notch, bringing the story to life in an engaging way.
Finally found somewhere the Empire can't reach us.
Jedi Survivor also offers plenty of customization. You can change Cal's appearance, upgrade his skills, and even modify your lightsaber. This adds a personal touch to your adventure and makes it feel unique. If you're a fan of action-adventure games and love Star Wars, Jedi Survivor is a game you'll never regret buying. It combines a gripping story, exciting gameplay, and a beautifully crafted world. Whether you're fighting off stormtroopers or exploring ancient ruins, this game offers an unforgettable journey through the Star Wars galaxy. Banishers Ghosts of New Eden. Let's talk about Banishers Ghosts of New Eden, a game that combines supernatural elements with a compelling story. In this game, you play as Auntie Duarte and Red Mac Wraith, a couple who are also ghost hunters in a mystical version of 17th century New Eden. The story kicks off with Auntie becoming a ghost after a mission goes wrong. Red, driven by love and guilt, is determined to find a way to bring her back to life. The narrative is full of emotion, exploring themes of love, loss, and redemption. As you guide Red through this journey, you'll encounter various spirits and uncover the dark secrets of New Eden. The game's world is rich in atmosphere. The environments are beautifully crafted, from eerie forests and haunted ruins to the bustling town of New Eden. The visual details and hauntingly beautiful landscapes pull you into this otherworldly setting, making every moment feel immersive. The gameplay blends action and exploration with puzzle solving. You switch between Red and the ghostly Auntie to overcome different challenges. Red handles the physical combat with a variety of weapons, while Auntie uses her ghostly abilities to manipulate the environment and solve puzzles. This dual character mechanic adds depth to the gameplay and keeps things fresh and engaging. What stands out in Banishers is the storytelling. The relationship between Red and Auntie is at the heart of the game, and their interactions are filled with emotional depth. The choices you make throughout the game affect their story and the fate of other characters you meet, adding a layer of replayability. The game also features intense combat sequences where you face off against both human enemies and supernatural creatures. The combat is fluid and strategic, requiring you to use both Red's physical prowess and Auntie's spectral powers effectively. Banishers Ghosts of New Eden is a game that captivates with its story and atmosphere. The emotional journey of Red and Auntie, combined with the game's beautiful and haunting world, makes it a memorable experience. If you enjoy games with deep narratives and supernatural elements, this is one you'll never regret buying. Prepare to be enchanted by the love story and the ghostly mysteries of New Eden. Dead Space Remake. Alright, let's talk about the Dead Space remake. This game is a fantastic update of the classic survival horror game, bringing the terrifying experience to a new generation with modern graphics and gameplay improvements. You play as Isaac Clarke, an engineer sent to fix a massive spaceship called the USG Ishimura. But when he gets there, he finds the ship overrun with horrifying creatures called necromorphs. The story is all about survival as Isaac tries to find out what happened to the ship and its crew while also looking for his missing girlfriend. The remake stays true to the original game's story, but adds new layers of detail that make it even more immersive. The graphics are top-notch, making the Ishimura look more creepy and realistic than ever before. The lighting and sound design create a tense atmosphere that keeps you on edge the whole time. The gameplay is intense and scary. You have to use different tools and weapons to dismember the necromorphs because just shooting them isn't enough. The controls are smoother, and the combat feels more responsive, which makes fighting these monsters both challenging and satisfying. One of the best things about the Dead Space remake is how it keeps you hooked with its story. You find logs and messages from the crew that give you pieces of the story, making you feel more connected to what happened on the Ishimura. Isaac's personal quest to find Nicole adds an emotional layer to the horror. If you love horror games with a gripping story and lots of scares, the Dead Space remake is a game you'll never regret buying. It's a thrilling ride from start to finish, and it does a great job of bringing a classic game into the modern era. Get ready for some serious chills and heart-pounding moments. Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Let's dive into the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, a collection that brings together one of the best sci-fi RPG trilogies ever made. This edition includes Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, all remastered with improved graphics and smoother gameplay. You play as Commander Shepard, a customizable hero who can be male or female. The story spans across 3 games and revolves around the threat of the Reapers, a powerful race of machines bent on wiping out all advanced life in the galaxy. Shepard's mission is to unite various alien species and fight against this impending doom. What makes Mass Effect legendary is its story and characters. Each game is filled with deep, engaging narratives where your choices matter. The decisions you make in one game carry over to the next, affecting the story and relationships with other characters. This gives you a unique, personalized experience. The characters are incredibly well written and memorable. From the loyal Garrus and Fierce Rex to the mysterious Lyra and strong-willed Tali. Each companion has their own backstory and personality. Your interactions with them can lead to friendships, romances, or rivalries, adding depth to the story. The remastered graphics make the rich, detailed universe even more stunning. The alien worlds, space stations, and starships look amazing, with improved textures, lighting, and visual effects. This brings new life to the epic space adventure. The gameplay across the trilogy has been polished for a better experience. Combat is more fluid, and controls are more responsive, especially in the first game, which had the most improvements. You can use a mix of biotic powers, tech abilities, and traditional firearms to defeat your enemies. Each game also offers different gameplay mechanics and improvements, keeping the experience fresh throughout the trilogy. One of the best things about the Legendary Edition is how it includes almost all DLC content from the original games. This means you get extra missions, characters, and storylines, adding even more depth and value to your playthrough. Mass Effect Legendary Edition is a must-have for any sci-fi or RPG fan. The epic story, beloved characters, and improved visuals and gameplay make it a collection you'll never regret buying. Whether you're a longtime fan or new to the series, this trilogy offers an unforgettable journey through the galaxy. Sunset Overdrive. Alright, let's dive into Sunset Overdrive, a game that's as wild and colorful as it is fun. This game is set in a vibrant, chaotic city overrun by mutants, and you play as a customizable character who's trying to survive and kick some serious butt. The story is pretty crazy and humorous. It starts when a new energy drink called Overcharged Delirium XT turns the city's population into mutant monsters. Your character, who was just a regular worker, now becomes an unlikely hero fighting against these mutants and the evil corporation behind the disaster. The writing is full of humor and doesn't take itself too seriously. The game constantly breaks the fourth wall, making fun of gaming tropes and itself. The characters you meet are quirky and add to the fun with their over-the-top personalities and funny dialogue. Sunset Overdrive's gameplay is what really makes it shine. It's all about fast-paced, acrobatic action. You can grind on rails, bounce off cars, and wall run while blasting away at enemies. The movement is super smooth and satisfying, turning the whole city into your playground. The more stylishly you move and fight, the more rewards you get. The weapons are another highlight. They're creative and wacky, fitting perfectly with Dane's tone. You've got guns that shoot vinyl records, explosive teddy bears, and even acid sprinklers. Each weapon feels unique and adds to the chaotic fun of combat. Visually, the game is a feast for the eyes. The city is colorful and full of life, with a comic book style that makes everything pop. The bright, vibrant graphics match the game's energetic and irreverent tone perfectly. Sunset Overdrive also has a lot of content to keep you busy. There are tons of side missions, challenges, and collectibles scattered throughout the city. Each activity is fun and adds to the overall experience. In summary, Sunset Overdrive is a blast of fun and energy. It's a game you'll never regret buying because it's so unique and enjoyable. The fast-paced action, hilarious story, and colorful world make it a must-play for anyone looking for something different and exciting. If you love games that combine crazy action with a great sense of humor, Sunset Overdrive is the perfect choice. Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. Next up is Bomb Rush Cyberfunk, a game that combines vibrant visuals with fast-paced action in a futuristic urban setting. If you love games that are all about style and movement, this is one you don't want to miss. In Bomb Rush Cyberfunk, you play as a member of a graffiti crew trying to take over the city by tagging its most iconic spots. The game's world is a sprawling urban playground filled with skyscrapers, alleys, and subway tunnels. It's all about expressing yourself through graffiti while outmaneuvering the authorities and rival crews. The gameplay is a thrilling mix of parkour, skating, and graffiti. You can grind on rails, leap across rooftops, and perform stylish tricks to navigate the city. It's all about maintaining your flow and stringing together moves to keep up your momentum. The graffiti mechanics are also super fun. You can create your own tags and leave your mark all over the city. What makes Bomb Rush Cyberfunk stand out is its incredible style. The game is heavily inspired by the Jet Set Radio series, with a similar colorful CL-shaded art style and an energetic soundtrack. The music, composed by some top-notch artists, keeps the adrenaline pumping and perfectly matches the game's fast-paced action. The characters are just as stylish as the game's visuals. Each member of your crew has a unique look and personality, and as you progress, you'll unlock new abilities and gear that let you explore the city in new ways. The story is light but engaging, focusing on your crew's rise to the top of the graffiti world. Exploring the city is a blast because there's always something new to find. Hidden shortcuts, secret spots for tagging, and various collectibles are scattered throughout the map, encouraging you to explore every nook and cranny. The sense of freedom and movement is incredibly satisfying. If you're into games that blend stylish visuals, high energy music, and fluid, fast-paced gameplay, Bomb Rush Cyberfunk is a must-play. It's a game that keeps you hooked with its dynamic action and vibrant world. Trepang 2. Next on our list is Trepang 2, a game that mixes intense first-person shooting with superhuman abilities, creating a high-octane experience that you probably haven't heard of but should definitely check out. In Trepang 2, you play as a super soldier who escapes from a high-security facility. With no memory of your past, you're on a mission to uncover the truth about your origins while taking down enemies with brutal efficiency. The story unfolds through a series of missions that are packed with action and mystery. The gameplay is where Trepang 2 really shines. It's fast-paced and thrilling, with smooth gunplay that makes every firefight feel intense. What sets it apart is your character's superhuman abilities. You can slow down time, cloak yourself to become invisible, and perform powerful melee attacks. These abilities add a strategic layer to the combat, allowing you to approach each encounter in different ways. Visually, the game looks great. The environments are detailed and varied, from sterile labs and industrial complexes to outdoor battlegrounds. The graphics and special effects, especially when using your abilities, make the action look and feel explosive. Trepang 2 also offers a lot of variety in its missions. You'll face different types of enemies, each requiring different tactics to defeat. The levels are designed to encourage exploration and experimentation, giving you the freedom to tackle challenges your way. One of the best things about Trepang 2 is its replayability. The combination of diverse abilities and challenging enemies makes it fun to go back and try different strategies. The game's pacing keeps you constantly engaged with new twists and intense action sequences around every corner. If you're a fan of high-energy shooters and love the idea of combining superhuman powers with intense combat, Trepang 2 is a game you won't regret playing. It's an adrenaline-fueled ride that keeps you on the edge of your seat from start to finish. Persona 5. This game is a fantastic mix of role-playing, school life, and supernatural adventures that will easily keep you busy for over 100 hours. In Persona 5, you play as a high school student who leads a double life. By day, you attend school, make friends, and do normal teenage things. But by night, you're the leader of the Phantom Thieves, a group of students who explore a mysterious place called the Metaverse to fight evil and change people's hearts. The story is deep and full of twists. You and your friends discover corrupt adults causing harm in the real world. By entering their twisted mind palaces in the metaverse, you fight through their dark thoughts to make them confess their crimes. It's a cool mix of real-world problems and supernatural battles. What makes Persona 5 special is how it blends everyday life with RPG elements. You spend your days building relationships, studying, and working part-time jobs. These activities help you grow stronger in the metaverse. The better your relationships, the more powerful your team becomes. It's a great balance that keeps the game interesting. Combat in Persona 5 is turn-based and strategic. You summon creatures called personas, which are parts of your character's psyche, to fight enemies. Each persona has unique abilities and strengths, and collecting and fusing new personas is a big part of the fun. The game style is another standout feature. Persona 5 has a striking art style with vibrant colors and stylish animations. The music is also fantastic, with catchy tunes that you'll find yourself humming long after you've stopped playing. There's so much to do in Persona 5. From exploring dungeons and solving puzzles to building friendships and managing your time, the game is packed with content. It's easy to spend hours just enjoying the world and its characters. If you're looking for a game that combines a deep story, strategic combat, and engaging life simulation, Persona 5 is perfect. It's a long, rewarding journey that keeps you hooked from start to finish.
All yours!
Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. This game, created by Hideo Kojima, is a masterpiece of stealth, action, and open-world exploration. In MGS5, you play as Big Boss, also known as Venom Snake, as you build your mercenary army and seek revenge on those who wronged you. The story is packed with intrigue, betrayal, and complex characters, and it unfolds in a way that keeps you constantly guessing. One of the standout features of MGS5 is its open-world design. You get to explore vast environments in Afghanistan and Africa, each filled with enemy bases, wild animals, and hidden secrets. The freedom to approach missions in multiple ways makes every playthrough unique. Whether you prefer stealthy infiltration or all-out action, the game accommodates your style. The gameplay is incredibly deep and satisfying. The stealth mechanics are some of the best in any game, allowing you to use a wide array of gadgets, weapons, and tactics to outsmart your enemies. The feeling of sneaking into a heavily guarded base undetected and completing your objective without a hitch is exhilarating. Building and managing your base, Mother Base, is another huge part of the game. You can recruit soldiers, develop new weapons and equipment, and expand your operations. This adds a strategic layer to the game, as you need to balance your resources and personnel to keep your base running smoothly. The story is another highlight. It's filled with the trademark twists and deep lore that fans of the series love. The characters, including returning favorites like Ocelot and new ones like Quiet, are well developed and memorable. The narrative tackles heavy themes and keeps you engaged throughout the lengthy campaign. One of the things I love about MGS5 is the replayability. There are so many side missions, collectibles, and hidden content that it's easy to spend hours exploring every nook and cranny. The game encourages experimentation and rewards creativity, making each session feel fresh and exciting. If you're looking for a game with a rich, immersive world and a perfect blend of stealth and action, Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain is a must-play. Its deep gameplay mechanics, engaging story, and endless content make it a game you can easily spend over 100 hours enjoying. It's a fantastic entry in the Metal Gear series and a standout in the stealth action genre. InFamouse Second Son. Alright, let's talk about InFamouse Second Son, a game that lets you unleash superpowers in the most exhilarating way possible. If you love action-packed gameplay and a vibrant open world, this game is a blast. You play as Delson Rowe, a young guy who discovers he has incredible powers after an encounter with a superhuman. The story follows Delson as he navigates the city of Seattle, taking on the oppressive department of Unified Protection DUP and discovering the full extent of his abilities. What makes InFamouse Second Son so much fun is the superpowers. Delson can absorb powers from other superhumans, giving you a variety of abilities to play with. From smoke and neon to video and concrete, each power set feels unique and offers different ways to approach combat and traversal, blasting enemies with smoke bombs, dashing through vents, and scaling buildings with neon speed never gets old. The combat is dynamic and satisfying. You can mix and match your powers to create devastating combos and take down enemies in style. The game encourages you to be creative, and the more you experiment with your abilities, the more fun you'll have. The powers are flashy and make you feel truly powerful. Seattle is beautifully recreated in InFamouse Second Son. The city is alive with detail from the bustling streets to the iconic landmarks. The open world is a playground for your powers, and exploring it is a joy. There are plenty of side activities, including taking down duck strongholds, finding hidden collectibles, and graffiti tagging, all of which add to the fun and immersion. One of the coolest aspects of the game is the morality system. Your choices affect the story and how people in the city react to you. Whether you choose to be a hero or embrace your darker side, your decisions have real consequences, adding depth to the gameplay. Visually, InFamouse Second Son is stunning. The graphics are top-notch with detailed character models and vibrant effects that make your powers look incredible. The game's lighting and weather effects also add to the atmosphere, making Seattle feel like a real living city. InFamouse Second Son is a game that's all about having fun with superpowers. It combines an engaging story, a lively open world, and dynamic gameplay to create an experience that's both thrilling and enjoyable. If you're looking for a game where you can let loose and feel like a superhero or anti-hero, InFamouse Second Son is a perfect choice. Dive into the action and enjoy the ride. Prototype. Alright, let's get into Prototype, a game that's all about chaos, destruction, and feeling like an unstoppable force of nature. If you've ever wanted to wreak havoc in a massive open world city, this game is for you. You play as Alex Mercer, a dude who wakes up in New York City with no memory and some seriously badass powers. We're talking shape-shifting, super strength, and the ability to consume enemies to gain their memories and abilities. The story is a wild ride, with Alex trying to uncover the truth about what happened to him while taking down anyone who gets in his way. The gameplay in Prototype is where it's at. You can run up skyscrapers, glide through the air, and smash through anything that stands in your way. The city is your playground, and you've got an insane arsenal of powers to play with. Want to rip through enemies with giant claws? Go for it. Prefer smashing tanks with your massive fists? You can do that too. The combat is brutal and satisfying, letting you unleash your inner beast. One of the coolest features is the ability to consume people and take on their appearance and memories. This adds a strategic layer to the mayhem, letting you infiltrate enemy bases and gather intel while looking like an innocent bystander. It's a blast figuring out how to use your powers to cause maximum chaos. The story might not be the most complex, but who cares? It's all about the action and the insane powers you get to wield. Plus, the side missions and challenges add plenty of extra fun. You can spend hours just exploring the city, causing destruction and experimenting with your abilities. And let's not forget the upgrades. As you progress, you can level up and unlock new powers, making Alex even more of a badass. It keeps the gameplay fresh and gives you a reason to keep playing and mastering your skills. Prototype is a game that's all about letting loose and having a blast. It's fast, it's furious, and it's ridiculously fun. If you're looking for a game where you can just go wild and feel like an unstoppable force, this is it. Devil May Cry 5. Alright, let's talk about Devil May Cry 5. A game that's all about stylish combat, insane action, and having a damn good time. If you love flashy moves and over-the-top battles, this game is an absolute blast. You play as 3 different characters, Dante, Nero, and the mysterious newcomer V. Each one has their own unique fighting style and abilities, keeping the gameplay fresh and exciting. The story is a wild ride full of demons, epic showdowns, and plenty of that classic Devil May Cry flair. The combat in Devil May Cry 5 is where it really shines. It's fast, fluid, and all about looking cool while you kick demon ass. You've got a ton of moves and combos to master, and the game rewards you for being creative and stylish. Whether you're slicing through enemies with Dante's sword, revving up Nero's Red Queen, or summoning creatures with V, every fight feels badass.
You're dead.
Visually, the game is stunning. The graphics are top-notch with beautifully detailed environments and character models. The animations are smooth as hell, making every move and combo look incredible. The game's aesthetic is a perfect mix of gothic and modern, giving it a unique and striking look. One of the best parts is the soundtrack. The music is a perfect match for the high energy action with heavy metal tracks that get your blood pumping. Each character has their own theme that kicks in when you start racking up those stylish combos, making you feel like a total rock star. Devil May Cry 5 also has a ton of replay value. There are multiple difficulty levels, secret missions, and a ranking system that challenges you to perfect your skills. You'll want to go back and replay missions to get higher scores and unlock new abilities, keeping you hooked for hours on end. The game's controls are tight and responsive, making it easy to pull off those sick combos and maneuvers. It's challenging but fair, rewarding you for mastering the mechanics and pushing you to improve. Overall, Devil May Cry 5 is all about having fun and feeling like a total badass. It's a perfect blend of stylish combat, epic action, and cool characters. If you're looking for a game that lets you unleash your inner demon hunter and have a blast while doing it, Devil May Cry 5 is the way to go. Metro Exodus. I think this game is finally getting the recognition it deserves, though I still think that Metro Exodus needs more exposure because the game is a perfect match of graphics and gameplay along with some of the finest cutscenes. At first it feels kind of slow, but the more you progress, the more great visuals and areas you discover. Metro Exodus is set in a post-apocalyptic world where everything is sort of dead and most of the survivors are living in a train. So, you basically do whatever it takes to survive by helping fellow survivors, rescuing people, solving problems with the train's engine, and much more. The game never lets you stay idle and will always challenge you with something different. Now, unfortunately, this was my first entry into the series and my ass didn't think of playing it in the chronological order to understand the story better, but still, I can confirm that it didn't disappoint me. Metro Exodus provides an open world which also feels quite linear and is full of discovery. Unlike some other open world games, here you're a simple main character with no superpowers who are just trying to survive in the post-apocalyptic world. You can't just go blasting everyone as the game tasks you with several activities besides the fast-paced shooting. I believe the developers did a great job making the entire game a mix of an amazing storyline with the best graphics. One of my favorite things was the characters. It was nice to meet different side characters and realize that you're not the only survivor. Nevertheless, if you are looking to enter the Metro series, then this will be your prime pick as you don't have to play the previous parts to understand what's going on. But still, if you want a better experience, I always recommend playing all the games in chronological order. Cyberpunk. This game is the literal definition of immersive playthrough. Cyberpunk is a great game, and yes, it's coming from someone who never finished the game until recently. If I am being honest, then I am one of those players who was really excited for this game and felt extremely disappointed when it first came out because there was so many bugs and glitches which made me feel like the developers released it without finishing it completely. Therefore, I decided to quit, but just recently I gave it another chance and finally managed to complete it. Now, I can confirm that I had the most amazing experience because this is one of those games that shows what future gaming is going to be in terms of open world. I know that I might be over exaggerating here, but this is the truth, guys. There's a lot of stuff that you can do in Cyberpunk which makes it stand out among the other open world titles. The game is packed with modification, neon buildings, futuristic streets, cyborg looking humans, and so much more. Everything is fixed in 2024. And Cyberpunk is nothing like when it was first released. This will be a great time to dive into this game if you're looking to spend over 100 hours and want to experience an engaging storyline. Open world games are sometimes known to be boring, but this is not the case in Cyberpunk. This is a prime example of how much content you can pack and give the players tons of side activities to keep the boredom away. So every moment is going to feel amazing leading to 100 hours of playthrough. Low-key, Cyberpunk is the best choice if you specifically want to feel a futuristic immersive environment. Days Gone. This is one of those games where you are either gonna stop after the first 2 hours or have an all-out blast and complete the entire game. Days Gone is one of the best open world zombie game I have ever played. One of the best things is definitely the bike. It's just so fun to drive it around in this post-apocalyptic world. The bike gives the feeling of being an awesome biker who can kill zombies like ants. Also, the game gives you complete freedom to upgrade and customize your bike. I never thought that I would put more effort in my bike than in the actual story. Now, we all know how great the game is, so it's not worth it to explain each and every feature, but I still want to say that you're missing out on a lot if you have never played this game. I agree that the first hours feel like a drag, but if you get past the first few hours, get used to with the core gameplay, and start to get immersed in the story, it's definitely one of the most immersive open world games, and sometimes spooky too with all those nasty zombie freaks around. The game has everything in it. It's definitely not your normal zombie game with only shooting mindlessly around. Days Gone has amazing visuals, engaging missions, great characters, one of the best stories, and most importantly, an awesome bike. Nevertheless, do not miss out on this game. Days Gone is the definition of zombie apocalyptic immersive experience. Kingdom Come Deliverance. Alright, let's dive into Kingdom Come Deliverance, a game that takes you back to medieval times for a truly unique adventure. In Kingdom Come Deliverance, you play as Henry, a blacksmith's son, living in the Kingdom of Bohemia in the year 1403. Life is simple until one day, your village is attacked by mercenaries and your family is killed. Seeking revenge, you end up in the middle of a huge war and a fight for your homeland. What makes this game stand out is its commitment to realism. There's no magic or dragons here, just a detailed, historically accurate world. You have to eat, sleep, and take care of your wounds. Even learning to fight takes practice. The combat is challenging but rewarding with a focus on timing and technique. The world of Bohemia is beautifully crafted. You can explore vast forests, bustling villages, and grand castles. The attention to detail is amazing, from the architecture to the way people dress and talk. It feels like you've stepped back in time. One of the coolest things about Kingdom Come Deliverance is the story. It's not just about big battles and heroic deeds, it's also about everyday life in the medieval world. You'll find yourself doing all sorts of tasks, from hunting and trading to solving local disputes. Your choices matter, and they can affect how people see you and how the story unfolds. The game is also packed with side quests and activities. You might help a monk find his lost book, brew potions, or even participate in a medieval tournament. These quests are well written and often have multiple ways to complete them, adding depth to your adventure. The sound design is top-notch. The clanging of swords, the rustling of leaves, and the ambient sounds of the village all immerse you in the world. The music is fittingly medieval, enhancing the atmosphere. One of my favorite moments in Kingdom Come Deliverance was when I first won a duel after spending a lot of time practicing. This sense of achievement was huge because the game doesn't make anything easy for you. It's all about persistence and skill. If you're looking for a game that offers a deep, realistic medieval experience with a rich story and engaging gameplay, Kingdom Come Deliverance is a must-play. It's a journey through history that feels authentic and challenging, and it's an experience you won't soon forget. Give it a go, and step into the shoes of Henry as he navigates the turbulent world of medieval Bohemia. The Red Dead Redemption 2. Alright, let's talk about Red Dead Redemption 2, a game you should definitely play before you die. Made by Rockstar Games and released in 2018, this game drops you into the Wild West where you play as Arthur Morgan, an outlaw trying to survive in a world that's changing fast. Imagine riding through vast, open landscapes on your horse. The world is incredibly detailed, from snowy mountains to dusty deserts. Everywhere you go, there's something to see or do. You can hunt, fish, play cards, or just explore and take in the stunning scenery. The story in Red Dead Redemption 2 is top-notch. You're part of the Vanderlinde gang, and you have to deal with all kinds of challenges, from lawmen chasing you to rival gangs causing trouble. The characters are really well done, each with their own personalities and stories. You get to know them, care about them, and see how your actions affect the whole gang. The gameplay is immersive and varied. You have gunfights, horseback chases, and heists. The shooting feels realistic, and there's a lot of strategy involved. You also have to manage Arthur's health, stamina, and even his beard. It all adds to the feeling that you're really living in this world. What makes Red Dead Redemption 2 stand out is its attention to detail. Every little thing, from the way horses behave to the changing weather, is done with so much care. The world feels alive, like it's going on with or without you, which makes your adventures feel even more special. For me, playing Red Dead Redemption 2 is like stepping into a Western movie. The world is so rich and full of life, the story is gripping, and the gameplay keeps you engaged. It's a game that offers a lot of freedom and a lot of heart. If you haven't played Red Dead Redemption 2 yet, you're missing out on one of the most epic gaming experiences ever. It's a game that captures the spirit of the Wild West and lets you live out your cowboy dreams. Definitely one to play before you die. Mafia Definitive Edition. Alright, let's talk about Mafia Definitive Edition. You gotta play this game before you die. Made by Hangar 13 and released in 2020. This game is all about 1930s gangsters. You play as Tommy Angelo, a cab driver who gets mixed up with the mob. Imagine driving through a city that looks like an old gangster movie. The graphics are amazing and the city feels alive. It's fun just driving around and checking things out. The story is like living in a mob movie. You start with small jobs for the Salieri crime family, but things get intense fast. The characters are great, and you really get to know Tommy. The voice acting and cutscenes are awesome and pull you right into the story. The gameplay has driving, shooting, and some stealth. The missions are different and keep you interested. Fighting is simple and fun, and driving the old cars is a blast, even if they're a bit hard to handle. What I love about Mafia Definitive Edition is how it feels like the 1930s. The music, the clothes, the atmosphere, it's all spot on. It's a game that takes you back in time and makes you feel like you're in the story. For me, playing Mafia Definitive Edition is like being in a gangster movie. The story is great, the world is cool, and it's just fun to play. It's a game you'll remember long after you finish it. If you haven't played Mafia Definitive Edition yet, you're missing out. It's a must-play for anyone who loves a good story and wants to dive into the world of classic mobsters.
Pockets full of Salieri's dirty money.
Go get him, Tommy!